I'm Sid Dobrin. In this video, I'll be talking about the Road to a Strong Thesis feature. The Road to a Strong Thesis feature walks us through what might have been Nikki Cadiz's process for developing a strong thesis for her analytical essay, The Jersey Shore and Harper's Bazaar. Nikki begins with a simple task, a writing assignment for a writing course she's taking, but she needs to figure out what she'll write about and why. By asking about what she might want to analyze, Nikki questions her own position and need. She discovers that when thinking about the assignment, she keeps thinking about a Harper's Bazaar magazine cover, something that's stuck in her memory. Once she has articulated her interest in the cover, she's able to start asking questions about what interests her about the cover. In thinking about this, she recognizes that it's not just the Harper's Bazaar cover that has her attention, but it's her curiosity about why we place so much stock in how we read photographic images. Nikki then synthesizes her two thoughts, beginning to see the correlation between her interest in the magazine cover photo and better understanding how photographs function culturally. This correlation then opens the door for her to develop an analytical approach to reading the cover picture. But Nikki's not satisfied with such a simple idea, and she wants to make her thesis a bit more sophisticated. So she continues to ask herself questions about the specificities of her analysis, finally arriving at a thesis she can confidently express. Our culture is so saturated with visuals that we have become accustomed to blindly believing them. By articulating her thesis before drafting her essay, Nikki can now see the position she wishes to stake in the situation and the claim she wishes to make in support. Once students understand how Nikki used this self-questioning technique to develop her thesis, I like to show students how the kinds of questions that Nikki asks might also be the kinds of questions they could ask when developing their theses. I try to talk with them about the fact that theses don't just appear in writing by chance, but that developing a strong thesis is part of what writers do early in their writing process, and that by having a thesis to work with from the outset, they will find that they can more readily write toward their purpose and thesis. I also point out that despite the seemingly terminal point in the Road to a Strong Thesis feature, they may in fact not move as directly from beginning to end as the visual implies. With many students, I find it useful to ask them to actually write out their map from the ideas they have until they get to a thesis. Keep in mind that the Road to a Strong Thesis is a feature that can be taught independently, but it seems to work best when teaching the Map Your Situation feature at the same time. Thanks for using writing situations, and thanks for watching.